Hey guys, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Crusader Kings II, and this is Millennia in the Making, episode 216. We're playing as Kaiser Peter, the allegedly holy of the Holy Roman Empire and other assorted empires. He's the son of Kaiser Wilhelm, who did not last very long at all, and Kaiser Wilhelm is the son of Kaiser Egbert the Confessor. So let's get right into it. Right, New Year's start thing, lag, whatever. There we go. Completely fine on that time. We do have a feast going on at the moment, so that should wrap itself up fairly promptly. Well, all the guests have arrived. Insulting, people getting imprisoned, people being nice to us. Seriously, 4,208.1 economy tech. That's ridiculous, like, absolutely ridiculous. Yep, prestige, opinion. 600 will be our next tolerance advance, and we're going to invest in heavy infantry and about 70 more military points. Which is like 70 months. Well, about 60 to be fair. Still a huge amount. Feast is over! Come on guys, don't vote for Cardinal Walram. He's obviously not good enough. Expensive. Right, so let's just have a quick look at our Republic trade zones. Well, Solano have gotten up into Iceland. Nice. I guess we are running out of spots for everybody. We've literally run out of spots in the eastern seamass. You can see there's absolutely no coastal provinces left unoccupied. Interesting. We're not going to go to war at this stage because there are still plenty of coastal provinces in the western seamass or body of water. Not so many in the Med, actually there's only one in the Med, and that's Acre. Oh wait. Well, I don't really count the Black Sea as being the Med, but for the purpose of this, sure, yes. Okay, so Guria and Acre. All the little islands have been taken. And then you've got to come around to Iberia and the rest of Western Europe before they go on further from that. Factions disbanding, that's good news. 8.8% in independence. Magnus wants to duel his rival, Juganulf of Venice. Yeah, go ahead. I'm not terribly concerned by that. Economy is still nice. The economy will not go down. Huh, why do these guys hate me? Oh, he wants control of my duchies. Of course he does. He's supposed to have control of the duchies. But we've just kind of dicked him over at some point. My half-brother is of legal age. He is now a misguided warrior, so that's the worst martial trait. Well, let's marry him or betroth him to the Duchess of... oh no, one of the princesses of Britannia. One moment. How in line is she? She's a sibling. The Emperor they seriously made themselves elective. You fucking morons. Still, we can get this guy married to the Princess of Britannia. That will give us an alliance with the Kaiser. Dual Kaisers. We slot together like Voltron. Nothing will stand in our way. let's have a summer fair, why not? The summer fair is the least powerful of the 3 seasonal events. It was a mistake inviting the jumping Jews of Jerusalem to the summer fair. They are jumping at different rhythms despite the rhythmic twang of a harp. They tirelessly keep jumping, until one of them loses his balance and falls towards his brothers, causing all of them to fall to the floor. The end was fun. Seriously though, we hired some guys because they jump? No wonder we expelled all the Jews all that time ago. We have another daughter, Winfrieda. Could you give me a son? Preferably one that isn't a goddamn lunatic. So after Dietwin it then goes to Adam. Right, and then after Adam, who does it go to? Wilhelm. The inbred one. For fuck's sake. As long as nothing happens, this is our final Kaiser. He's 22 years old. We have 32 years until the end of the game. Again, 50 tech points, just quickly. Military? Yes, good call. Good call. But yeah, so 32 years until the end of the game, so that puts him at being 54 at the end of the game. That's fine. Excuse me. 54 at the end of the game is survivable, assuming nothing weird happens. Yep, summer fair's over. That was quite boring. I mean, we're not going to play ultra conservative for the purpose of keeping him alive, because, well, YOLO. But we are going to just try not to endanger him too much. If we were playing ultra conservative, we wouldn't go on hunts, we wouldn't do anything weird like that. The son was born to Maria and an unknown father. Don't know who that could be. And we can't legitimize him because it is an unknown father and nobody suspects us. Ah, let's have a hunt. Yeah, see, if we were playing ultra conservative for the purpose of maintaining this guy's life, we would not be going on a hunt right now. Because of this thing. We're still going to select this option. Well, okay, we've found a white heart. It's a heart of 10 and the biggest deer ever seen. Find no joy. It's 25 piety, and my courtier's opinion of me goes down. Send out our best hunter. It's this guy. Or this is my kill. 65% chance no effect. 10% chance diligent, which we don't have. 10% martial, 1 martial. 10% wounded, 5% maimed. We've become wounded. That's a problem, but it should go away. Hopefully. 50 points. Let's... You know what? Let's have this in culture. Beautiful. Went straight to culture. So, wounded isn't as bad as maimed is. Maimed doesn't go away unless you're a devil child sort of thing. Wounded will eventually go away. Eventually. And you'll get the scarred trait, which is a prestige thing, which is nice. We can also die of wounded, but, you know. Die of fucking anything in this game. Speaking of dying, though, can we have a feast? Oh no, the hunt is still on. Of course it is. So while we're wounded, we won't do anything which could result in us getting wounded again, because that would be an issue. We've lost a temperate trait. It's annoying. But it doesn't mess with our demence limit, because most of our limit is coming from my dear wife here. Grand hunt is over, so let's start the feast. Does everybody like me? Just the Grand Mayor of Pisa. He doesn't. Oops. What's happened there? Did he just die? Oh no, I clicked to him. Right, of course. Wow. Pay attention, subby. We could pay him a lot of money, or we can just grant him a shitty honourable title. He's at 5, so the shittier of the titles. Say Keeper of Swans. There, now he's at +5. Everybody has a positive opinion of me, therefore everybody is showing up to the feast. No matter their attitude. Fire eaters. Okay. Okay, no feast is complete without boar meat, so we have the option to force the peasants to hunt or send out the marshal. We will be sending out the marshal because we got plenty more marshals where they came from. And we can't go out ourselves because we have the health issue. I don't think he gained +1. Oh, also we've made our wife pregnant again. A son this time. Spend lavishly. Invites are sent. 2 children lack guardians. These are my half-sister and half-brother. He is patient. Let's train him up for Diplo. And not from me. So let's give him to this guy. And the sister will train her up for stewardship. Which means the Kaiserin. Okay. We can also imprison the Duke. No, we're not going to imprison the Duke. I would like it if that wounded trade could go away. It's concerning me a little bit because the last thing I want is for my lunatic son to come into the Kaisership before reaching his age of majority. Because then his regent may be all like, well, no, I'm just not going to give up power. Okay, so I'm planning a special occasion with my lover, but my wife is quite insistent on alternate plans. Ignore my wife, visit the lover, that's deceitful. Plus intrigue, not great. Arrange a ball, invite the lover. Or spend time with my wife instead. That's probably the safer option, and I do have another lover after her, the Queen of Turkestan, as it were. Holy shit, really? Oh, that's exceptional. Unfortunately, she's in a regular marriage, so Turkestan will turn Littlefinger unless I do something about it. Spend time with my wife instead. Yeah, so now we're only banging the Queen of Turkestan. Obviously, I don't want Turkestan to become a Littlefinger realm, but there's nothing I can do about it. Odds are she'll survive. And if she doesn't, we'll just deal with it when the time comes. It's too late to really care. Duchess of Aquitaine apparently has acted badly towards us or something. Whatever. Sure, commendable initiative. And he agrees. Doesn't like us for it, but he agrees. Guests have arrived, and while they do that, let's just check out to see if there's anything that we can build. Ooh, this one's almost done. 6th of April. Good. Too much wine. People liking the food. Too much wine. Too much wine. I'm starting to think that my courtier here, the Princess of Britannia, may fancy me. Yeah, she probably does. I mean, she might be chaste and all, but hey, you know. Look at that beard. Look at that beard. That could convince any nun to go down on you. If you know what I mean. Wink. I'm talking about my dick again. Gave her a good tumble. Yeah, nice job being chaste. Unlikely to have extramarital affairs. So, about that. Unlikely. Well, she's the exception that proves the rule, I guess. It's a dumb fucking statement. Okay, feast was good. Great. I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. Now, could I get over this wound? Also have a son. I will seriously consider murdering Ditewan if you have a proper son. Depending. 50 tech points? Oh hey, let's advance heavy infantry first. You know, let's have it in culture. That went to economy. Fucking hell. I mean, seriously, just economy tech. Wonderful. We're not going to get any sort of bonus out of that. I just know it. I mean, it'd be awesome if we could. If it gave us monarch points in EU4 or something like that. This guy became a brilliant strategist. Good on you, kid. Let's have you marry... I mean, we'll have you marry a princess. How about the princess of... how about this princess of Perm? Go for it. Wonderful. Peasant revolt. Just over here. Off we go. A son! A quick son. He is sickly, but he is quick. Live! Live, my son! Are they both called Wilhelm? No, Ditewan and Wilhelm. Wilhelm was my insane father. Right. If he lives, I will be very happy. Just 8,000 peasants. Yeah, why not? Duchess Barbara has a assassination attempt she'd like us to deal with. Sure. Nope. If I had a low diplomacy, I would have to be releasing prisoners left, right, and center. This is one reason why I have a high diplomacy. Specifically educated for that. I mean, am I a Grey Eminence? No, I'm a naive appeaser. Somehow, with a terrible diplomacy stat, the worst diplomacy stat, I'm fucking amazing at it. Imagine how insane it would be if I had Grey Eminence. Well, let's see. Naive appeaser is a +1. Grey Eminence is +9, so I would have 8 more. I would have 32 diplomacy. I can already convince chaste people to, you know, that hey, it'd be cool if I knocked them up, sort of thing. Little Ditewan here requires a guardian. He is insane. I am going to mentor my son. Because there is a chance here that we can have him accidentally killed. And I will totally do that. Fish! Fresh fish straight from the river. Fruits and vegetables a day or two old. The clergy in Znojmo is not happy about the merchant setting up stalls in all the church squares and demands that it be forbidden. I agree. +5 piety, we lose 2% city tax in Znojmo until, well, for 10 years. and we get a bit of opinion change, or they do no harm and this guy doesn't like us a little bit more. They do no harm. Do not interrupt the free flowing of commerce. Pope's dead. New Pope. Now, it's said, oh, we have a warning that the Pope may become your vassal. Nope, still my vassal. And I believe he would have had to have given up all of his other titles as well. Sutri. We're just checking on that just to be absolutely sure. Yeah. So he's given up his other titles over here to become Pope. And that's fine. That's what I expected would happen, and it's good that it did. Yeah, wiped out the peasants. Idiots. We haven't had a nationalist revolt in a while. I mean, we do have revolt risks. Not many, but we do have them. It's very difficult to permanently eradicate all revolt risk. To do that, you've got to change all of the religion to your religion. You've got to change all the culture to your culture. I mean, you can see even up here, we still have... Actually, Iceland's a good example. Let's just go to it. Iceland still has 1% revolt risk there. They don't have it here because she's Norwegian, whereas this one is German. And then, of course, you get stuff like... Where was it? Was it this one? Yeah. There's an arbitrary steward for this guy. So if we come here, just check out who his steward is. I can't even find his steward. Maybe it's this guy's. No, he's just. Is one of your vassals, buddy? Anyway, there's apparently a arbitrary steward. A steward with the arbitrary trait, presumably. And the peasants don't like that. I know, it's good that we're getting a lot of opinion with this Prince Mayor of Vahansa, because he's young. Sure, they have elections, but he's young enough that that should be fine. We do have some people getting pissy with us. So, let's have a feast. We obviously couldn't have a hunt because we're wounded still. Wouldn't mind it if that wound would close up a little bit. No matter how discreet I have been with my lover... Which one? My Ulriki still manages to grow suspicious of my behaviour. I think I might have tried too hard to be inconspicuous. Tell her it's none of her business. Yeah, 50% chance of falling out, 25% chance of proud, or a 25% chance of no effect. Tell her you do important things. 50% chance none, 25% chance deceitful. Yeah, not too convinced about that. 25% chance falling out. 70% chance of no effect, 20% chance deceitful, 10% chance of a fallout. Or we spend more time at home as she wishes. 50% chance no effect, 25% chance humble. Humble's alright. Despite the little passing error in the description there. Humility, or humilitas, is the seventh virtue and the opposite of pride. Humble characters gain player religion, get piety name, where the proud gain prestige. Humble characters tend to dislike prideful ones. So it's a huge piety gain. But, you know, whatever. And a 25% chance that I no longer have love for the Queen of Turkestan. And we're going to send out the Marshal. I don't think I got the... I didn't get the humble trait, and obviously we still have the Queen of Turkestan as a lover, so we're all good there. Send him out. Nah, no bonuses. We obviously can't send our son out because our son is batshit insane and only 6 years old. And we're not going out because, well, we're injured. We took a wound in a stag hunt. It's just, you know, something that can happen. A marriage offer from Mauritania. The king would like to marry Hedwig. Go for it, mate. She's honestly more trouble than she's worth. 22 intrigue. I mean, you've got 20 as well, so wow. But you got found out for being a kinslayer, so YOLO. Alright. No wars over in England. No wars in Mauritania. No wars in Egypt. Arabia's having a bit of a war. Trying to press somebody else's claim on Abyssinia. And there's a claim on Arabia going down, and Abyssinia is also having its own little war with a revolt of some kind. Yeah, a lot of claim wars going on down there. King of Africa is fighting Nubia for Annaba? Is that this one up here? That's Constantine. I don't know. It doesn't really affect us in any way, though. Volga Bulgaria reabsorbed Cumania. I don't care anymore. Kandrong the Magnanimous. Look, it's fine. We'll deal with them at some point. Right. So let's deal with this feast. Do we increase our learning at some point? Because our culture tech has gone up. Like our gain. Interesting. Feast is over. Everybody should love me. Except for 2 doges. Of course. Such hate. Many dislikes. Wow. 9.6 in independence. Everything else is fine. Let's try and get another 3 years out of this episode. That'd be good. Some random revocation stuff we could get into. Not particularly concerned about it. Particularly when we can just ask for Pope. I mean, piety is always an issue, but, you know, we can always just ask for Pope. We've got a little peasant revolt in, where was that? Kaisaria? There's a place called Kaisaria? Oh, all the way down here. Alright. Off you go. While I just check on this stuff. Looks good. Oh, and did Kempton need something itself? No, Kempton was done. Wouldn't mind it if we could get over this wound fairly soon. You know, just saying, guys. Also, if this kid could stop being sickly, that would be really nice. Yeah, I'm gonna intercept you. Looks like our spy master managed to get captured. That's fine. We're not going to elect the Grand Mayor of Pisa as it. We're going to elect the Duke of Jazeera. And send him down immediately. Oh! Oh, that's interesting. There is now no longer anywhere where we can send somebody to study technology. And yeah, it's because our shipbuilding has actually increased to shipbuilding 5. Well, that's a shame. So, what we're going to do instead is scheme in Oberbayern. So that's just a defensive thing. And we can also change our marshal to training troops in Oberbayern. Because there's no longer a point to him researching military tech. Rebellion's over. Nice and quickly. Oh, and this child requires an education. My inbred half-brother. We're trying to educate him for intrigue because it would be funny, but you know, doesn't seem to be going too well for him. You just rebelled against me. I'm not going to be nice. Idiot. We're gonna have another feast. There's no way around that. Our greatest threat is apparently the Grand Mayor of Solano, followed up by the Grand Mayor of Thrace. November means it's feast time. There's no way in hell I'm buying any sort of indulgence for my sins. Money is going to be much more important when it comes to the converter. We'll send out the marshal to hunt the boar. Nothing happened. But my wife became pregnant. She must have enjoyed that act of me sending out the marshal so much. I always get suspicious when my partners become pregnant. I have to check their relations tab to see if they've got any lovers that I don't know about. Though honestly, I shouldn't know about them in the first place. You know, I always spend lavishly on food, so why don't I don't want to spend too much. It's only a 5 prestige cost, but it might get me temperate or something like that. Maybe. Oh, the Grand Mayor of Solano is a bitch. Okay, well, that's something we knew already. Everybody else turned up, including the Thracian, it appears. And New Year's lag. Looks like we're good. Wonderful. Oh, come on. Insulting me by not drinking enough, by talking too much. These guys. Acrobats, wonderful. Musicians. Not enough wine. Too much wine, not enough wine, etc. Come on. Claim. Refused wine, drank. Talk too much. Ugh. Again? Have a claim. God. Walking alone on the battlements late one night, you suddenly see a shining white shape appearing in the sky above you. It seems to be moving towards you or maybe away. There's a strange sound of the air too, like a whispering. What is going on? Strange how clouds and wind can play tricks on one's mind. That's because we have a cynical trait. If we didn't, we may have some idea about it. And hey! Hallelujah! We've lost the wounded trait. And the feast is over. And we have now gained the scarred trait, which is plus 0.1 prestige per month. Where is my scar? Here it is. You can see down the line of my cheek there. Nice! And another son! This one is ugly. Oh. Okay, that's not actually... Okay, this is going to be a little odd. That's technically my son, I think. But his father doesn't realize that. Whoops. Oh well, what can you do? Factions disbanding, factions forming. Still 9.4 in independence. I don't care too much about the Thracian. But I care enough that I'll just give him a shitty little title to pull his opinion into positive. My courtier here, Ida, died of... the Princess of Britannia died of pneumonia. So Prince Adam needs a new wife. Well, why not Amelie? She's a drunkard. Seriously. Drunk. There you go, guys. You're ill. She's drunk. Have fun. A daughter was born to Godzilla and Princess Frida. Why are you telling me that? I don't know why it's telling me that. Weird. Yeah, there's still not much point in going to war with Damietta or Tangier. I'm really proud of these guys and how they're just dominating the trade almost everywhere. Looks a little mismatched up here in the north, but that's what happens. The Hansa are sure ruling their little area. Okay, Troubadour and his wife are Troubarits, so we can have a Hope and No Falconlight, which is, because we have the kind trait, +1 for intrigue. That will complete our objective here. Plus opinion of Duke Andreas, or gain the charitable trait, which we already have. So let's just complete our ambition. Sorted. Stop being sickly. Just stop it. Daughter was born. A genius daughter at that. Why couldn't you be my son? Now, we could at some point attempt to change it to absolute cognatic. No, we can't actually. We could try and change it to agnatic cognatic, but we need to reign for 10 years and we need to have our vassals not fighting each other. And it'll probably piss some people off. Not that I care about that last part, but you know, that. And we can't go to absolute cognatic because we need to be either Basque, Cathar, or Massalian, which we're not any of those. And I really don't want to fuck with the inheritance laws at this point in time. There's no reason to. Yeah, so unfortunately there isn't really much going on. Oh, excuse me, bit of a hiccup burp there. Oh, we can now go on grand hunts again when it becomes September, or now as the case is, because we lost the wounded trait. And we have the exact same event. Yeah, nothing happened based on that one. Okay, that's fair enough. I was kind of hoping for diligent. Fine sport. Okay, so I see a mighty stag. What are the odds? +5 prestige. If we get the kind trait, which we already have, or we can have the usual here. Okay, so I've been injured again. We're just not having any luck with these hunts. God damn. Oh well, hopefully we get over that one as well. We can't get double scarred, but it's good that we got rid of the scarred thing first. So let's have a feast celebrating our wonderful hunting efforts, if you will. My son Dightwin is aiming for the stars. That's only right. He might be a lunatic, but he's an ambitious lunatic. For fuck's sake, like seriously. It's just like, why? Why, kid? I will seriously kill him myself if I have to. I spent lavishly, it didn't matter. Send out the marshal. Now the marshal has become a stressed drunkard. My wife's pregnant. Doing pretty good at knocking up my wife. I mean, let's see. I don't have any fertility from neither Pisa or Genius. I don't actually have any fertility boosts. She does. I mean, she's got Midas Touch, which is +15 fertility. And I guess, yeah, we both have a very high opinion of each other. I guess. Comes the new year. And there goes the new year. Wonderful. Always just get a little concerned when we're in the later stages of things. My daughter. My daughter shall be given to Duke of Paphlagonia. Why not? But yes, I'm always concerned when it comes close to the end of the year and it's, you know, towards the end of the episode. Just because I really don't want to have to replay the next 45 minutes. Particularly considering that the cricket's going to start in maybe 15, so I really want to wrap up at about that point. But we are going to try to get another year or maybe even 2 into this particular episode. Yes, yes. We may not have a feast next year just because of all of these damn pop-ups. Okay, the usual special insistence, etc. I don't want the deceitful trait. Okay, so this one will be the Queen of Turkestan. That one. And my wound is healed. Yay. Wife still likes me. Did we make her pregnant? We did not. That's fine. Oh, she wants to become a paragon of virtue. And she's celibate, apparently. Well, that's an interesting way to look at things. Seriously. Kaiser Games strong. Yep, plus opinion in the Hansa. I think we might have dealt with that little kafar issue that we were having as well, where we were just having kafars pop up around the place. Feast's over, by the way. And we're almost able to invest in tolerance. Woo. the worst cultural trait or investment option. Let's check the buildings. Ah, here we are. You. And you? No, you're upgrading by yourself. Lovely. Hello. I just said it would manage to finish something, but this guy's Fraticelli. How about you convert back? Thank you. He is still insane and with the voice of, possessed and with the voice of Jesus, so... You know, there is a slight issue there, where he may just continually reconvert. You know, I haven't actually played as a heresy before. Maybe next time I give the game a shot, we go heretic. Good, plus opinion of the Pope, that's fine. No problem there. Finally gotten a chance to do something special with my special someone, and there are so many things I want to do, if you know what I mean. Should I try to entertain her at the court? Wink. Or maybe we should spend some time in my isolated country cottage. Take her to the isolated country cottage, which is for 1 year. Queen High gets plus 10% fertility. That's not going to help her too much. She's got minus 20 fertility already. And we would get for 1 month minus 2 to all stats. I can sponsor entertainment at the local court, which is 200 gold. She gets plus 20 fertility, which would cancel out her celibacy thing. And the Kaiserin would get a minus 25 opinion against us. Or I'll spend some time with friends instead. That one. So the Kaiserin now has only 98% opinion against me. That's fine. No, I'm not going to attack my own trade posts. Unfortunately, my son Wilhelm has died a sickly infant, so it's a good thing we didn't knock off Prince Deitwin when we had the chance. Well, when we were going to, because he's insane. Such a shame. Oh hey, the Midnight Blue book thing. Not too hard this time. That's what she said. But yeah, we just pick the usual plus thing. Another daughter. This one has a stutter. God damn it. Give me a son. Fuck's sake. That heretic duke is reconverting all of his dudes to Catholic. And we can invest in tolerance. Great. So that's a little bit less of an opinion penalty for different cultures and religions. From me to them. I guess the only way that tolerance is useful for you is if you invest it up so that it then spreads out to other places so that other people then get that same modifier against you. But yeah, it's still kind of shit. You'd have to really slam it up hard at the start of the game, because otherwise it wouldn't transfer through. Like at the point where we are now, it's practically useless. There are just so many better cultural texts to get at the start of the game, such as legalism. I don't know how it is in the post-Charlemagne sort of thing, or whatever the latest expansion was. I mean, holy shit. Starting to think that Helene here may fancy me. She's the former wife of Wilhelm? She's Wilhelm's late wife after my mother died. Yeah, sure, why not? Did we give her a good tumble? We sure did. Okay, my lover accused me of, you know, loving my spouse more than her. Well, yes. We're going to go with, okay, so we could buy her a gift, which is a 25% chance that the Kaiserin has a bit of a falling out with us. Take her to my country manor for some quality time. That's a lustful trait chance. 50% chance of a fallout with the Kaiserin. We could talk to her about it, which is a chance of getting slothful, which is not good. Slothful is a terrible trait. Or tell her she's right. Honest is alright. Cruel is not. Because cruel is a vassal issue. We've gained the lustful trait. And we didn't even have a falling out with our wife. Perfect. My half-brother is an intricate web weaver. He got the best intrigue stat. The second best intrigue stat. Still zeros across the board. Because inbred, proud, wrath, content, envious, and incapable. He has like minus 60% fertility. And I will not be surprised if he dies in a moment because he has minus 4.5 health. Like seriously. Let's marry him off to someone. Can we marry him off to someone? Oh, we totally can. Well, is there anybody that we would like to get to our court? Nobody will accept it, apparently. A lot of celibate people. Oh, it's a match made in heaven, guys. An imbecile and an inbred, guy who can't even look after himself. Yep, wonderful. So she will have moved to our court. An imbecile celibate individual. Definitely not having any children. I mean, she's got minus 1,000 fertility. The game's way of telling you that you can't have any children. Ever. We're not having a feast this month because I would like to get another year out of the way, so we're not going to deal with all of those pop-ups. So we'll just see how the new year goes for us. As we wait. Twin was curious. So that's a gregarious trait. So he's an ambitious, gregarious lunatic. Interesting. There we go. And now we just wait till the end of this year and we'll have the end of the episode, so should be good. You know, we've got a lot of, yeah, sure, whatever. We've got a lot of troops in Oberbayern. Have a look at that. That's over 9,000. Fucking hell. It's over 9,000. Is it? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's over 8,000. Well. Close. Close. If we had a better military stat, or martial stat, we might be able to get there, but whatever. 8.1 in independence? Yeah, that's fine. We have a revolt in Osel. Where is Osel? Right, that shitty little island. You can come over here. Apologies if you live on Osel, but yeah, it's kind of a shitty little island. This guy is Fraticelli. We can't tell him to convert, though, because he isn't our direct vassal. Not a problem. Commendable initiative, don't even know what it was for. I'll probably to get this one to give up one of those 2 titles. Sure. Insolent child. We do have somebody who would accept, somebody with a claim on Volga, Bulgaria, who would accept an invitation to our court, but somehow I think she has a weak claim. Yep. Oh, and Cumania as well. But unfortunately we wouldn't be able to press that unless we started murdering the Khan. Not terribly interested in doing that. Maybe later. We've lost the honest trait. It's actually evened our stats out a little bit better because it's given us back more intrigue. At the cost of some diplomacy, of course, but, you know, we do what we can. So we are going to take the straight crossing penalty to attack Ursul. But, well, let's be honest, they're peasants. A daughter was born to myself and one of my lovers. We're not going to legitimize her. In fact, we're not even going to acknowledge her as being mine. She's a daughter. She doesn't matter. Come on, lads. Let's go handle business before December. Wife retired to the convent. I already have the lustful trait, so the first option doesn't matter for us. We could get the deceitful trait. I'm not too interested in getting that, to be honest. Let's see, that's with this one. She's... yeah... go with that one. Okay, so I have gained the deceitful trait. Whoops. That's fine. It just increased my intrigue and put my diplomacy to 20, which is still great. Let's see, now they try and move out. Crushed. We'll send these guys just over to this one. Yeah, that's good. I really have no interest in fighting Volga, Bulgaria. I will still invite this woman to my court. Her and her husband. Just in case later on I decide that I've changed my mind. This way she's here already. I really don't care about that. Yeah, we're probably not going to be able to invest in any more technology in the military tree before the end of the game. We might be able to get another level in tolerance, but I'm not holding out for it. The book secret eludes me. This kid is bitching about his cell. He's too beautiful for jail. I'll be merciful and will ransom him. And we won't have a feast just this year either. We're just going to get up to the 25th of December and call it there. Okay, we have gained the Mystic trait, which is +1 intrigue, and other mystics like us. Great. I mean, you know, there are worse things that could happen. But that will be the end of the episode. So, as usual, comments and questions below. I get to them as soon as possible. Like it if you liked, subscribed if you liked even more. And, yeah, I've been Sub. You have been yourselves. Later.